Right 3 into left hairpin long.
53 miles per hour. Gear 3. 69 miles per hour. 84 miles per hour. 31 miles per hour. East. Northeast.
Alright. There we go, guys.
46 miles per hour.
Yeah, so I'm back today with another video on
31 miles per hour.
how to come to grips with
14 miles per hour.
drifting in Forza Motorsports.
Gear 1.
Couple of things here today. We have a compass,
30
which
miles
is
per hour.
part of my accessible real-time Forza companion app. It's a feature
Left hairpin long.
I coded it in like initially, like it was one of the first things I put in.
15 miles per hour.
And I just kind of
0 miles per hour.
forgot about it because I didn't really use it in my normal racing, you know, because you're following the racing line and that's all you really need. You don't need to know exactly what direction you're going. You know, it was just something that was kind of neat. I tried it out, it worked, and then I turned it off. And then yesterday I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, it would be a lot easier to figure out, you know, how I'm doing while I'm drifting if I knew where I was facing and what the entry and exit angles of the turns were. So I remembered, hey, I have a compass. Let me try that out. So yeah, that's basically how that goes. So we're going to talk about entry and exit angles and how you can use them to your advantage. So we're going to come up here on this left hairpin, and we are facing northwestish. I don't know if you guys caught that, but so we're going to just go through it real quick. Facing northwest, we're turning left.
West. 30 miles per
We're
hour.
facing west now, and we're keep turning.
Southwest.
Now we're facing southwest. We're still turning. And now we are south. Alright. So, what does that tell us exactly?
15 miles per hour.
What does that really explain?
0 miles per hour.
So, when in drifting, you want to be as perpendicular to the road as you can, and or at least that's like, you know, that's a good I guess the idea is to maintain your angle throughout the turn, but also to maximize your angle as well, to push the car and your skills to the limits. 90 degrees is pretty close to what is possible. You can do more than 90 degrees, but it becomes a lot more tricky, and you can't do it for very long, I don't think. So, or I guess you could, depending on, like, if the turn was really wide, maybe. Anyways, so moving along. So you want to be perpendicular to the road, or like that's what you're going. That's your safety, right? So you don't want to be more than 90. If you're at 90, you're pushing the limits. So what does that mean? So we're facing, in that last turn, we were heading in facing northwest. So the maximum angle we would want, and it's a left turn, to enter that with is we want to be facing southwest. So that's 90 degrees to the left of northwest. So if we enter that turn, we don't want to be facing more than southwest. And then once we hit the apex, which was, I think, southwest, you don't want to be facing more than 90 degrees to the left of that. So that would be, I think, southeast. Yeah, I think that's right. So you don't want, when you're at the apex, you don't want to be facing more than southeast. And then once you exit, you don't want to be facing more than east. Which, I mean, you'd probably not want to do that because there's nothing to transition into. So you would actually probably more be facing southeast as you exit it, and then straighten it out to face south.
Gear 2. Gear 1. 15 miles per hour.
So we're gonna go take a look at the turn that I
Left
just
5 into
showed
right
at the beginning
5.
of the video.
46 miles per hour. Gear 3. 61 miles per hour.
We're still on Hakone Club Reverse. This is still the Nissan Silvia. I just dropped a V8 engine in it, so it's got about 415 horsepower now.
Southeast.
And it's kind of difficult to control a little bit. It's taking some getting used to.
Left hairpin long.
But I like it. It's a lot of fun. If you guys want the tune, I can put it up. But I think it's working pretty well. I think it's about ready to solidify. It's a Class B, so still pretty low in terms of like power compared to like the Formula Drift cars or whatever. So, all right, here we are on the front straight. We're gonna approach this right-hand turn, and then I'll kind of show you guys what I was doing during that drifting.
5 minutes 38.195 seconds.
Right 3 into left hairpin long.
60 miles per hour.
All right, so as we
46 miles per hour.
enter this turn, right?
31 miles per hour. Gear 1.
Listen to
60 miles per hour.
where the turn gate is. So we enter the turn. So we're facing north, and we're gonna turn right some. And listen to where we're facing when we hit the apex. So we are now at the apex.
Northeast.
We're facing northeast. And there's the apex sound, the turn gate, middle turn gate. And then as we exit, we are facing east. And there's the last turn gate. So in that first drift, in the first part of the video, I knew that I didn't want to face more than east when entering the turn. So I got as close to east as I could initially, and then as I hit the apex, I tried to push it a little bit further. I believe I got the southeast. I'd have to go back and listen to it. Maybe even south. But then as I exited the apex, after I hit the apex, I pushed it a little bit more, and then at the exit, I straightened out. So I knew that I didn't want to go beyond those points, and that kind of helped me control the drift. Yeah, so that's how you can use the compass to kind of give you guys some extra information as to what you need to do during a drift. I'll put a link to the program in the description, and you guys can let me know what you think, and if there's any adjustments or suggestions that you'd like to see in the program or in future videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.